Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Monday Night Raw, and we are officially just 2 weeks away from WrestleMania. We have this week and next week, this Raw and next Raw, and with it just being 2 weeks away, a lot of stuff we're still building up to, and that is the Money in the Bank qualifying matches for Raw and SmackDown. I would say last week was pretty successful for Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown, and I can only imagine where it's going to go here tonight, a part of Monday Night Raw. Here tonight, we got Sami Zayn going to work against the Bulgarian brute Rusev. Should be a very physical match from top to bottom here. We'll see if the former WWE champion can get the job done here tonight. He certainly has had some big matches in his career here in Universe Mode, and what better way than with a win over Rusev tonight, and then getting himself into the Money in the Bank, winning the Money in the Bank, and then he could cash in on whoever's champion, depending what WrestleMania pans out to be. Or it very well could be Rusev, the Bulgarian brute that came back to WWE to redeem WWE. To redeem himself. And we'll see how he fares tonight. I mean, and Sami Zayn is not a slouch, and I think obviously for Rusev, he wants to take over Monday Night Raw. He wants Monday Night Raw to be through his eyes. And he's ran through a lot of superstars, top to bottom, early on since coming to Monday Night Raw, with the likes of Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, amongst others. Imagine facing off with Sami Zayn, defeating Sami Zayn, and getting inside of that Money in the Bank matchup. Certainly, you can't count out a man like Rusev. Obviously, it takes out that submission game that Rusev loves to use, but those Machka kicks and other powerful slams that he throws in there certainly can make Rusev even more dangerous. And also the other matchup we're going to be seeing tonight for the men's side of things will be the Ring General Gunther. He will be in action against Jimmy Uso later on in the night. As well as we have a massive main event we'll be talking about here in just a matter of moments. As looks like Sami Zayn and Rusev are right. Looks to be right in the right respective positions. And here we go. And oh, look at that big kick there from Sami Zayn early on. And he's coming right out of the gate. He wants to send a message to Rusev. That's not a bad idea. You got to do what you got to do in these moments. Sometimes you come out hot, and sometimes it's more of a feeling out process. Rusev let Sami Zayn come right out the gate, but now Rusev is the one with the ground and pound game. And certainly Sami has dealt with a lot of superstars over his career that have been very brutal, especially his former best friend, that being Kevin Owens. And a big headbutt right there across the chest there. And now Sami Zayn in a bad way early on. We'll see if Rusev can continue this early here. Irish whipping down to the outside. Down goes Rusev. And now Zayn looking to fly here. Bad predicament. Zayn. Oh, goodness. Imagine flying from all the way up top there just to land on your tailbone, ladies and gentlemen. That is not the best feeling in the world. Especially to the outside. I mean, it'd be one thing to do it inside the ring, but to do it outside here, this is going to be a key moment in this matchup, I believe. If Zayn continues to struggle whatsoever in this matchup with anything like powerful maneuver-wise, I think it could be an issue in this matchup just because of that awful landing he took just moments ago. And now Rusev, he wants to go high risk. This may not end well for Rusev either. Rusev flying clothesline from the top rope, turns him inside out, and that's what Rusev desperately needed there, that big time moment. And right now, it's all Rusev. If we look back in this matchup, and especially if Rusev wins, and I mean Sami Zayn, we might need to get the ring doctor here at ringside that's over there by the announce table to look at Sami Zayn just to make sure he's okay. I mean, right now he's probably full of pure adrenaline, but when that adrenaline comes off, you know, he's going to be feeling a completely different person. But maybe if he wins tonight, maybe, just maybe, he'll be just fine. You never know. But still, as Rusev being thrown right into that LED post. Certainly not the best feeling in the world with that. As we continue to build up to WrestleMania, ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot still to come tonight in regarding WrestleMania, especially the main event tonight, as it will be Mark Henry taking on Brock Lesnar, one-on-one. You heard that correctly. Brock Lesnar and Mark Henry, one-on-one. Just a week away from Mark Henry taking on the World Heavyweight Champion for the World Heavyweight Championship, Drew McIntyre, as well as Brock Lesnar. He will be in action against Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns live there at WrestleMania. We'll see how that's going to fare. I mean, last week we saw Brock Lesnar attack Drew McIntyre, the World Heavyweight Champion, after, you know, McIntyre was once again addressing Mark Henry, the World Heavyweight Champion. As hold on to that thought, Rusev going for a super kick of sorts, and now Sami Zayn's going to look to make him pay. Blue Thunder Bomb, pinfall opportunity, 1, 2, no, big kick out there from Rusev. But going back to my thought real quick, Brock Lesnar last week here attacking Drew McIntyre, and then after that, we would see Mark Henry coming down, and at least he would get beaten down a little bit, but ultimately he would get back in the ring, throw Brock Lesnar outside of the ring, and everything would clear to end Monday Night Raw. But we're going to see those two in the middle of the ring here tonight in your massive main event of Monday Night Raw. As now Zayn with a flying crossbody takes down the Redeemer Rusev. Can Sami Zayn be the one that goes to WrestleMania? And now, almost like an accolade maneuver to Rusev, trying to send a message to Rusev. But that's probably not the best idea if you're Sami Zayn to do that. Oh, goodness. Vicious headbutt. Rusev has busted open Sami Zayn. That is dead straight in the middle of that forehead there. That's a brutal headbutt. Going for a clothesline. Sami Zayn able to duck through and connect with a brutal back suplex. What can Sami Zayn do to keep down the big man, to keep down Rusev at this particular time in this matchup? As he goes for the elbow, Rusev moves out the way, and now Rusev going to look to make him pay with a big standing drop kick. Did not work out in his favor that time. Back and forth we go, ladies and gentlemen. And we still have to find out the other two women's matches later on tonight. One of them also being Trish and Naomi going at it later on tonight, as well as Natalya, the new Women's Intercontinental Champion. She'll be, or I should say United States Champion, pardon me. She'll be taking on Lyra Valkyria later on in the evening. Ooh, very close, 2.5. Rusev's going to have to inflict some more damage on Sami Zayn if he wants to walk out victorious, as Zayn able to slip out of it and connect with an STO. If you're Rusev, you do not want to be there. Sami Zayn from behind going for a drop kick. Rusev felt it coming, and no, that was a vicious clothesline to the temple there. As now Zayn out of nowhere with a haluva kick right to the temple and a big gash right there above the right eye socket, and that could be the knockout blow. Sami Zayn needs 1, 2, 3, no, 2.5. Very close though. Both men busted wide open. Sami Zayn has hit a Blue Thunder Bomb and a absolute vicious haluva kick. Rusev though trying to roll up Sami Zayn, but no. And now Rusev looking to go back to work. And now he's going to hit an accolade. It looks like, yes. Accolade right here to Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn, can he get to the bottom rope? Sami Zayn. No, Rusev lets go of it. Probably feels that Sami Zayn was maybe getting closer to the bottom rope. I can't really tell. Is now Sami Zayn with electric chair? Maybe? No, he's going to flip him and turn him around for a sit-up powerbomb. That is a nice maneuver there from Sami Zayn. An absolute brutal maneuver, but highly effective, as he tosses him right into the steel steps. We knew this matchup was going to be brutal, ladies and gentlemen, but maybe not as brutal here. As we are all the way up here in the light system, giving you a new version of what we want to see here. As Rusev waiting on Sami Zayn with a big-time flying Hurricane Rana. Rusev was taking way too much time, and he paid for it right there. This is all to be a part of that Money in the Bank matchup, ladies and gentlemen. This could change the opportunities and change the careers for the better. Sami Zayn has gone through a lot of hell, from anything being a WWE champion to also being a tag team champion. Sami Zayn has done it all. He's been in the main event of WrestleMania, retaining over AJ Styles last year at WrestleMania. And now WrestleMania could be coming the way of Sami Zayn as he connects with another Blue Thunder Bomb, this time around at ringside. But do you notice Rusev right back up to his feet? And Rusev right back inside the ring. This may not end well for somebody. Big axe handle takes down the Bulgarian Brute. Shoulders are down. Is this enough? 2. No, big kick out. Big kick out from Rusev. And look at Sami Zayn. He's in disbelief. And now Sami targeting that open wound on the face of Rusev. Oh, goodness. A haluva kick turns him inside out. Is that going to be enough? The second haluva kick out of nowhere, ladies and gentlemen. Pinfall opportunity. Shoulders are down. 1, 2, 3. Sami Zayn is going to WrestleMania. And from last week, Sami Zayn is joining Aleister Black and LA Knight for an opportunity to get themselves that Money in the Bank briefcase. And by the end of the night, we'll see who the 4 superstars will be when we see Gunther and Jimmy Uso in action later on tonight. Rusev had some points in this match where you maybe thought maybe Rusev could be going to WrestleMania, but it was just too much Sami Zayn. Here, bam, haluva kick. He got all of that bad boy, and eventually it would be you won't see it from these camera angles, unfortunately. But Sami Zayn ultimately picking up the win tonight. Big match, Sami Zayn, and we'll see how Sami Zayn does at WrestleMania. Will he be the newest Money in the Bank briefcase holder? We'll have to wait and see when we get there next week, live at WrestleMania. And now we are back, ladies and gentlemen, for the women's side of the Money in the Bank matchup. As now we're going to see Lyra Valkyria in action. She's the tag team partner of Bayley. As Lyra Valkyria tonight will be in action taking on the newest Women's United States Champion, Natalya. Natalya defeating Bianca Belair last week here. So going into Elimination Chamber, Bianca Belair was the Natalya was the Women's United States Champion. Bianca Belair won it at Elimination Chamber. So Raw General Manager William Regal gave Natalya another opportunity in a one-on-one contest this time around to see if she could win the championship back. And a surprising result, I would say the least. Natalya defeats Bianca Belair to become the newest United States Champion here on Monday Night Raw. So, I mean, anything is possible, ladies and gentlemen. Natalya now is a 2-time Women's United States Champion, and certainly she would love to get herself a chance to win that Money in the Bank contest, and I mean, so then she could cash in on if it's Charlotte or whoever may be champion. But obviously with the WWE draft coming up in a couple weeks' time too, what does the roster look like for Raw and SmackDown and all this? Will Natalya be on SmackDown? Could she be returning to Raw? We don't know. You know, who is she challenging for the U.S. title? Is she defending it? Is she in something else? I don't know. There's just a lot of stuff going on, but congratulations to Natalya for that hard-fought win over Bianca Belair. Certainly Lyra Valkyria, certainly in a predicament, I would say, tonight, just in the confidence that Natalya has been brewing as of late. Certainly, it was not going to be easy whatsoever, but Natalya able to gain some momentum, and certainly since Natalya has gotten those opportunities since just before Survivor Series, being a part of Team Raw and Charlotte Flair's team, I mean, she's starting to build a groove here for Natalya, so that's a great thing to see for herself. As the bell has officially rung, and let's see who is going on to WrestleMania. As Lyra Valkyria pushed down there briefly, and now we're going to see Natty and Lyra Valkyria again, just a feeling out process. Now Lyra from behind just going to try to slow down Natalya, trying to slow her down as much as possible, but Natalya, with how long she's been in this business, it's not the easiest thing to try to outsmart her. I love when these referees are inadvertently in the way of said camera angles, but that's what we love about these new cameras, where we can move away when some of these referees want to just hog up the camera light. But now Lyra and Natalya again feeling each other out here. And again, overpowering Lyra Valkyria here. And now this big punches into a military press. Power slam. That is nice maneuver there from Natalya. But now Lyra looking to get back into it herself. She didn't really appreciate how that ended up. As now Lyra, oh, nice leg drop there from off that top rope. Pinfall opportunity. Shoulders are down. 2. Just a 2 count. Matchup will continue. Lyra Valkyria does have the Women's United States Champion in trouble, though. It's a big kick to the middle of that back. Certainly won't be feeling too good there. As now Lyra looking to bring the fire to Miss Natalya here. And now what does Lyra have in store for Natalya? Is a bad landing there for Natalya. Lyra setting up something here for Natalya through the middle rope with a drop kick. But Natalya somehow able to still recuperate a little bit faster at that time, as now Lyra able to hit her with that crossbody. As this matchup continues, ladies and gentlemen, we have still a lot to come tonight. One of the matches, we got Devon Dudley taking on Road Dogg. It's a little taste of what we're going to be getting from that tag team match. And I've also been told from the office of Adam Pearce that the tag team matchup we're going to be seeing live there at WrestleMania will be no ordinary tag team matchup. It will be a 2-on-2 tables match. You heard that correctly. 2-on-2 tables match for those World Tag Team Championships. Big stipulation for WrestleMania. Can't wait to see how Bubba Ray, Devon, and the New Age Outlaws all do in that matchup. Certainly could use the announce table, wooden tables, whatever they want to get the job done. Really looking forward to seeing how that's going to turn out. But that's a big stipulation for the Tag Team Championships. A nice gut-wrench spinning sit-out powerbomb there. Is now Lyra trying to decide what she wants to do. Taking maybe a little bit too much time. High risk, though, time. Is Lyra with a frog splash right to the ribs of the Women's United States Champion. Pinfall opportunity. 1, 2. Oh, that was close. 2.5. Couldn't ask for a better moment in this matchup for Lyra. She's very close, but she's got to be able to amplify her moveset at this moment. As Natalya trying to fight back in this matchup as much as possible. Ooh, drop kicking right in the sternum. That doesn't really feel too good. Pinfall opportunity, Natalya. May not be enough, as, oh, not even a 1 count. And look at Natalya. She can't believe it. And that shows you the fight that Lyra Valkyria has, ladies and gentlemen. It's a big elbow strike. Takes down Lyra. And uh-oh. Is it time for the sharpshooter? Sharpshooter time. Flips Lyra Valkyria over. Can she grab that bottom rope? She doesn't need to, apparently, though. And she's able to kick out of it. Lyra now. Oh, nice springboard cross body there. Turns in Natalya. As Lyra tosses her into the corner. Here comes Lyra Valkyria. Going for a scoop slam. Natalya hits her with a reverse DDT. Pivotal moment in this matchup. Natalya knows the ins and outs of this business, so certainly she knows the ups and downs. As Lyra Valkyria spins her down. Big time maneuver. Is that enough? Lyra Valkyria. Pinfall 1, 2. No, 2.5. Almost had her. Almost enough to get to WrestleMania, but almost doesn't count in professional wrestling. You gotta get the job done. There's a big clothesline. Lyra Valkyria looking to have her moment in this matchup. Takes down Natalya here briefly. Going for a kick to the midsection. Natalya saw it coming. Now Natalya looking to do her own thing. Pivotal moment in this matchup. And now going to work the legs. Good idea for Natalya. She's already hit one sharpshooter on tonight. Maybe she sets up another one later on in the matchup. It's a 2.5. Natalya from the second rope. What does she have in mind here? Maybe a cross body of sorts, possibly? Yes, it is. Flying cross body, turning Lyra Valkyria inside out. And now he's spinning discus clothesline, connecting this time. And Natalya, she's not done. She realizes that discus clothesline may not be enough. And now she's going to look to flip her over. Going to look to make Lyra Valkyria tap out. Middle of that ring. Nowhere to go. This could be it. But no, Natalya, let's go of it. And oh, goodness, that knee hit flush on the nose there. Taking too many of those, maybe a knockout blow. And certainly lead to concussions and all sorts of bad things. And now Natalya going high risk here. Going for the frog splash. I don't think Natalya necessarily needed to do that. She had Lyra Valkyria right where she wanted her. See, it's part of the matchup where you just didn't need to. Natalya survives a little bit longer. Pardon me. Who is going to WrestleMania? As Lyra Valkyria bounces off the ropes into a basement dropkick, Natalya just barely moving out the way. Natalya showing some disrespect there briefly to Lyra Valkyria. Was that enough to get the win? It is not. Last week here on Monday Night Raw, Jade Cargill and Bayley were the two women from Monday Night Raw to advance into the Money in the Bank matchup live there at WrestleMania. Who is going to join them? You can certainly have a veteran presence in the like of Natalya, or a young and up-and-coming girl like Lyra Valkyria. As a nice standing dropkick takes down the champ. It seems like Lyra is not done yet. Gonna go with a flying elbow strike. But that damage that elbow, ladies and gentlemen, that is something to be careful of. I just think these women are putting it all on the line, ladies and gentlemen. That's a great thing to see. But, you know, maybe early on, but, you know, with how this match is going, I don't know if it's worth it. Is now Lyra, oh my goodness, brainbuster to the outside. That might be the killer blow. Throwing in Natalya. Natalya should be down and out, if I'm honest with you. Lyra Valkyria, I think she's going to WrestleMania. 2, 3. That was a vicious, absolute vicious brainbuster / DDT to the outside. That was a knockout blow, if I could say so myself. As you'd see a suicide dive there from Lyra. You see a flying cross body taking down Natalya. A frog splash from Lyra Valkyria. And a discus clothesline missing. Lyra Valkyria would look to connect with her special maneuver. It was not enough at that moment in time. Just back and forth you go. Natalya would do her thing as well. But ultimately, it was just too much Lyra Valkyria tonight. And Lyra joins her tag team partner, Bayley. As right now it's Lyra, Bayley, and Jade Cargill going to WrestleMania. Part of the Raw Money in the Bank match. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we get to see a singles matchup between Road Dogg and Devon Dudley. And last week we saw Bubba Ray knock off Billy Gunn. We'll see how it goes in singles action here live tonight. Big curious or big curiosity coming out of this matchup with these matches, and certainly it's a normal singles matchup, but now with the news coming out of Adam Pearce's office that this matchup is now a tables matchup live there at WrestleMania for the tag team titles, certainly adds some intrigue into certainly who has the advantage. Certainly you gotta maybe believe that it goes in the favor of the Dudley Boys. Especially there in Las Vegas, the betting odds may go in their favor, but you know, even if you're the underdog heading into the matchup, doesn't mean that you don't walk out with some money coming out of said matchup. But we are gonna turn it down right down to Road Dogg and Billy Gunn here real quick.
Cut the music. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, D-Generation X proudly brings to you the Road Dogg Jesse James, the badass Billy Gunn, the new age outlaw. And of course, if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
Well, I couldn't say it better myself there from Road Dogg and Billy Gunn, but you know, you don't really see Devon in singles matches too much, but we're going to see it here tonight. Obviously, the tag team titles are not on the line, but here in 2 weeks' time, the World Tag Team titles will be on the line, in a tables matchup between the Dudley Boys and the challengers, those being Billy Gunn, Road Dogg Jesse James, the new age outlaws. Can't wait to see how everything turns out. It is going to be a hectic night, and you could honestly compare last year's WrestleMania to this upcoming WrestleMania. You could probably say in instances in some matches, you know, there's better matches this year possibly. I mean, depending on what your preferences are on who you guys like. I mean, yeah, is it a shame that some of these bigger names are in the Money in the Bank matchup? Yeah, I would say so. Cody and Punk right now on the SmackDown side of things. As the referee rings the bell, but I mean, there's times where, you know, where you love this type of moment because it guarantees not all the big names are challenging for the world titles or, you know, in a big time matchup. But it happens to be some of these guys have lost matches or whatever it may have been, and they just don't get lucky, so they have to earn their way into a Money in the Bank matchup or whatever it may be. But we'll talk more about Raw and SmackDown in the coming days. But certainly, seeing these legends go at it just brings a lot of memories for a lot of not only announcers but certainly people watching, millions of people watching at home. It's a big reversal though from Road Dogg going right behind the knee. Vicious forearm strike there as well. But talking about Money in the Bank action for the rest of the night, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, you're going to see Naomi go at it with Trish Stratus. Should be a big time matchup there. As well as Gunther and Jimmy Uso go at it 1-on-1. And also your big main event, a main event that certainly I wasn't expecting until it came out of the office of William Regal. It will be Mark Henry and Brock Lesnar coming up in your main event. Obviously, after what stirred up to end Monday Night Raw last week, we're going to see how the Royal Rumble winner Mark Henry deals with the likes of Brock Lesnar. So far, Mark Henry has been undefeated in his comeback here in WWE, and we'll see if he can walk out with a massive win over Brock Lesnar tonight. As Devon and Road Dogg going back and forth with it. Devon has him up in the top right, or bottom left-hand corner, pardon me. As Devon now, this is going to end bad for both men here with a superplex from the top rope. Absolutely vicious maneuver there from Devon. Is that enough for him to pick up a big win? No, just a 1 count. You really know these guys are going all out when, especially with their age, they're hitting superplexes from the top rope. And no offense to the older guys here in this matchup, but you know you don't see these guys pulling out superplexes all the time. Only in big time moments, as Bubba Ray was briefly distracting Road Dogg so Devon can get himself back in this matchup. And here comes Devon looking to still go to work. He's gonna toss him up there again. This ain't gonna end well. Oh, this is a different variation. Oh goodness. A neck breaker, ladies and gentlemen, from the second rope. And now Billy Gunn getting involved. Referee not too happy about it. Neither is Billy Gunn, affecting a possible 3 count there. And Billy Gunn saying, "Hey, I wasn't doing anything." There's now a first DDT there, dropping Road Dogg like a bad habit. Let's see what Devon can do. Gonna go for the pinfall. Referee is right there. 2. Oh, 2.5. So close. So close, but Devon really has to dig down now to try to put away Road Dogg. And the same thing could be said for Road Dogg. He's got to figure out something. And talking about something, cradle, referee is there. No, just a 1 count though. It's a big punch right there to the midsection. Here comes Devon, but no, here comes Road Dogg now. Showing you those old school abilities, and that was a brutal forearm across the face. As now Road Dogg looks to go to work here, looking for that pump handle slam. Bam! Down goes Devon. Referee's in position once again for a possible 3 count. No! 2.9. Road Dogg cannot believe it, and neither can I. And now, oh my goodness, Road Dogg really pulling out all the stops. A brutal moonsault, connecting with all of it. And if we get this type of matchup, plus with tables being involved and other weapons, it is going to be a brutal matchup for sure. It's a vicious headbutt there from Devon to try to get himself back in this matchup. And Devon, going for a drop kick, didn't get all of it. He did mess up our LED display a little bit here at ringside. As again, these Hall of Famers just absolutely stiff in-ring work and out-ring work. As now Devon tossed back inside the ring. Both men kind of a 50-50 matchup right now. Road Dogg looking to put the final touches of this match away possibly. And looking for what a power bomb. He certainly hit all of that one, but Devon's still able to keep himself in this matchup as well. And I feel like in this matchup, Devon would probably go for the tag right now, if he could, but he's having to worry all about himself as he connects with another reverse DDT. Down goes Road Dogg. Pinfall. 1, 2, 3. Devon picks up the win. In back-to-back weeks, we've had Bubba Ray win and Devon win. So certainly right now, the World Tag Team Champions, they have, you could say, the momentum briefly back in their corner possibly. Billy Gunn, Road Dogg picking up big tag team wins over Bubba Ray and Devon. The Dudley Boys, a non-title matchup last month. And then obviously Elimination Chamber in a TLC matchup, New Age Outlaws defeating the Usos, who have been projected as one of the best teams in Universe Mode history, and that's saying something. But it all comes to a head, ladies and gentlemen. 2 weeks at WrestleMania, and very soon we will be figuring out, will it be a Saturday night or a Sunday night for that tag team title defense. But still, at the end of the night, someone is walking out winner, someone is walking out loser, and that's a damn shame with these two WWE Hall of Fame tag teams continuing to go at it. Bubba right in there celebrating with Devon, picking up that big win. We'll see what these two got going on the go-home show of Monday Night Raw. But ladies and gentlemen, we move on to the women's Money in the Bank qualifiers. Hey Regal, I just wanted to bring something by you. I did come up short in that Money in the Bank matchup, but that gives me an opportunity to defend my Women's United States Championship at WrestleMania, and I do have somebody in mind if you don't mind me throwing that name out there. Of course, Natalia. How can I help you? Who are you looking to face at WrestleMania? Well, for me, it's pretty simple, William. I think I did quite well in the Elimination Chamber. I didn't walk out with the United States Championship. Bianca Belair defeated me. But last week I defeated Bianca Belair to become a two-time Women's United States Champion. I think I want to give Bianca Belair another opportunity, this time on the grandest stage of them all, it being WrestleMania. I mean, Natalia, are you sure about this? Anyone on this roster, you want to go back to war with Natalia? I love that you want to do this, but if you are for sure wanting to do this, I can set this up for you, Natalia. Natalia defending your United States Championship against Bianca Belair at WrestleMania. And now we get to our second Women's Money in the Bank qualifying matchup of the night, as it will be Naomi taking on WWE Hall of Famer Trish Stratus. Naomi gets another big opportunity this time around, looking to qualify for the Money in the Bank briefcase. Certainly it's going to be a wild card for the women's side of things. I mean, you got a lot of, I would say, women that have done quite well, you could say, for sure, for the women's side. I mean, Bayley, Jade Cargill, throwing in Lyra Valkyria, picking up a win. That throws a wild card, essentially, into the Money in the Bank, especially with Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. I mean, obviously, there only could be one winner, so it's going to be tough to see how they work together in this matchup. And then you get Naomi or you get Trish Stratus added to this very matchup. So, I mean, you got Naomi who's still in her prime, and Trish that still is still fighting here and there, and showcasing what she can bring. And certainly you're seeing these Hall of Famers getting these opportunities still, which is always great to see from time to time. They're still having to earn those opportunities. They're not necessarily taking opportunities like a lot of people say veterans do. I'm not saying there's not. There is still instances where, veterans will walk over younger talent, but not tonight in this matchup. Naomi is going to make Trish Stratus work, and she might get that work tonight. And Naomi is going to make sure that Trish Stratus feels that glow. Trish may need to proceed with caution tonight. But no, with all the jokes aside in this matchup, though, this is going to be a great matchup, I believe. Naomi, Trish Stratus, very well could be a barn burner type of matchup where it comes down to the last couple moments where, they reverse and then they turn it into a rear view or a Trish kick. There's so many different scenarios that can happen in this matchup with a roll-up, or there might be controversy or something. You just never know in these type of matches. As Trish Stratus continues to be still in phenomenal shape, we'll see how she fares tonight live here at Monday Night Raw in this qualifying matchup. We are 2 weeks away from WrestleMania, and cards are getting finalized, and everything is getting from pretty much ready for WrestleMania. Referee rings the bell. Here we go. Look at these kicks. Oh, misses out though. Trish Stratus is going to look to capitalize. And now it's a feeling out process between these two top women. Look at this collar elbow, just pushing each other to the limit here at the top rope here. And no, a little bit of a cheap shot there from Trish, but she realizes how big of an opportunity this is as well. And like we mentioned just literally a second ago, when tensions get high, you're gonna see women and the men's division, whatever may be going on at the time, they're gonna get frustrated. They're gonna want to, I guess, obviously get the win at no matter what cost they have to do. Obviously, not everything is cheap intentionally, but a lot of it is, hey, to send a message to, hey, like I'm not dealing with your crap here. There's a big sharpshooter early on in this matchup, but Naomi able to power out of it. Going for that pump kick, not able to get it, but Naomi with a roll through, pivotal moment. No. Good back and forth here from Naomi and Trish Stratus. Oh goodness, that was a big strong kick that knocked her down. Knocked her down enough to where maybe could have went for a pinfall attempt. Now Trish looking to slow down the matchup a little bit, try to wear down Naomi, which is a great idea at this opportune time. Obviously, like we said, Naomi's in her prime. Trish is on her way out. She's not always here. You know, a part-time legend, but still showcasing that she can still do it and hang with these younger ladies. As now Naomi with a roll through, down goes Natalya. Or sorry, Trish. Talking about Natalya is what I was thinking about when I just said her name, Natalya. We just saw Natalya backstage talking to William Regal, and she wants to face Bianca Belair one more time. So it looks like we are going to get that matchup. Trish is dealing with Naomi, but certainly we're going to get Natalya and Bianca Belair one more time live there at WrestleMania for the Women's United States Championship. I think that's a great thing to see from Natalya. She didn't have to do that. She said that she wanted it, and she's going to get it from William Regal there. As now Trish, high risk, high reward. Oh, nice flying. I don't know if it was more of an elbow or more of a clothesline, but highly effective no matter the situation. Just a one count. Naomi getting back inside the ring. Now both women. Gut wrench, suplex there from Trish. This will be the last women's matchup of the night before we get into next week's Go Home show. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. Go Home show next week. WrestleMania. As this is not where you want to be, as a head scissors takedown from the very top of the rope. Pin. Is this it? No, 2.5. And now Trish looking to end it. Is she going to pick up a big win over Naomi? Oh, the Trish kick right to the temple. Is that enough? Pinfall. 2. No, 2.5. The matchup continues, but for Naomi, how much more can you take? That's almost like essentially a knockout blow of sorts. I definitely wouldn't want to continue to get kicked in the face. Yeah, I know you're getting paid to take the kicks to the face, but, you know, is it worth it at the end of the day? There's Naomi with a big punch to the midsection. Let's see if she can get herself some momentum to get herself back in this matchup. Nice drop kick. That slowly but surely will help out as well. I mean, having either woman in that matchup there at WrestleMania for that Money in the Bank matchup definitely changes things no matter what, especially with what they bring to the table and what they can do in that said ladder match. Oh, goodness. Going for that springboard crossbody. She overshot it over the head of Trish, but now it looks like she's still able, well, maybe not. It looked like she was going to be able to keep her momentum, but in that situation, it did not work out that way. Big strikes there from Trish, but Naomi not playing around. But neither is Trish. Back and forth we go, as now Trish connecting with a vicious neck breaker. In a matter of moments, we'll see the last men's matchup of the night in the terms of the Money in the Bank side of things, as it'll be Gunther and Jimmy Uso. And then after that matchup, we get to our big main event between Mark Henry and Brock Lesnar. There's a rear view out of nowhere, right to the temple of Trish Stratus. Is that enough? No, it is not. 2.5. Naomi was just trying anything. Rear view out of nowhere, the knockout blow. Very close, but she's going to have to continue to bring the fight to Trish. As, oh, we've seen this before. Looking to turn her inside out with the submission hold here. Middle of the ring. Trish is either going to have to tap out or fight out of it. And, well, I guess another option, Naomi letting her go. Sometimes there's an instance where you just feel that the competitor will not be able to kick out, or they're not going to tap out. As, the bottom rope, Trish Stratus Luckily, Charles Robinson saw it, the right opportune time, and luckily the matchup will continue. No controversy here tonight, at least not yet. It's a big forearm strike into the kicks. You can feel Naomi. These aren't as powerful, but certainly, you know, they're still effective. You can see both of these women are still very fatigued at the moment. And oh, look at these kicks. Maybe a last-ditch effort here from Naomi. Look at Trish, at least rolling underneath the rope, so at least Naomi couldn't capitalize right away. Here comes Naomi, looking for a forearm into, looking for DDT, maybe, no, swinging neck breaker on that second rope. And now Naomi's all fired up, trying to get this Monday Night Raw crowd fired up for her. Here we go, Naomi through the second rope for a suicide dive, but not able to connect at all whatsoever. And Trish now is going to make her pay with the running bulldog. The running bulldog. And now Naomi is busted wide open. And now Trish, all you got to do is grab her and throw her in the ring. But she doesn't want to. She's going to try to connect with an elbow drop. Doing too much as it is. As both women exchanging back and forth here. Trish now from behind. Uh-oh. Oh, she's going to take her to the announce table. She's already busted her wide open. Big cut on the left side of the face, I believe is what that is. I don't have the best camera angle, but still, we know she's busted wide open. Oh, what a stiff knee there from Naomi. And now again, Naomi looking to go to work. Going to toss her over here by the announce table / where our training area is. Now Trish tosses her up against the barricade. Both women very fatigued, as like I mentioned, but something's got to give. Two big names here on Monday Night Raw looking to go to WrestleMania. Someone's got to go to WrestleMania, and the other one, well, you're going to have to figure out another way to get into the WrestleMania match. And those are massive strikes there from Trish, connecting every single time, but Naomi fighting out of it this time. Let's see if Naomi can capitalize on that mistake from Trish here. Off the ropes, into a nice sling blade there. Into the pinfall, caught her out of nowhere with that sling blade. Oh, 2.9. Very close. Little shades of Finn Balor with that sling blade there. Oh, nice haymaker there from Trish. And then the Trish kick right to the temple. But Trish isn't done yet. What is she thinking about doing to Naomi? She's going to take her time. I'm not too sure. This is probably not the best idea by Trish. Flying crossbody, though. Halfway across the ring. Took up some time, and luckily it was enough to connect. And will it be enough? No, it won't be as well. 2.9. Trish can't get it done either. Who is going to go to WrestleMania? Will it be Trish? Will it be Naomi? Right now the field is Bayley, Jade Cargill, Lyra Valkyria, and one of these women is now Trish looking for that running bulldog. We saw that to the outside just a couple minutes ago, and now Trish is looking to continue the momentum that she has briefly and will look to put away Naomi here. And uh-oh, here we go. We haven't seen this in a while. Here we go. Bulldog. Some good old-fashioned Stratusfaction there from Trish Stratus. 2, 3. Trish Stratus is going to WrestleMania, and the Stratusfaction is coming to Las Vegas. So now that puts Bayley, Jade Cargill, Lyra Valkyria, and Trish Stratus inside of that Money in the Bank match. Who is going to be the Money in the Bank winner and go on to have a chance to cash in up to a year and get themselves a guaranteed championship match? What about Trish, man? She was absolutely throwing out a bunch of strikes out there. And Naomi, she was firing them back too, but Trish was just too much at the end. She showed a lot of you guys that older version of herself the early 2000s self with some satisfaction. That springboard bulldog off the rope. Down she went into that big 1, 2, and 3. Couldn't ask for a better women's matchup there, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to Trish once again. Can't wait to see how she fares in Vegas. But now we get to the last men's match regarding the Money in the Bank, as it's Gunther and Jimmy Uso. As Jimmy Uso in the middle of the ring waiting for his opponent Gunther. Certainly a big time opportunity for Big Jim. And oh no, Gunther from behind. Gunther coming through the crowd, looking to get this opportunity any means necessary. And if that's making sure Jimmy Uso is not 100%, he will damn well do it. You can see coming right out the gate with some anger with it as well. Look at Jimmy, he's not backing down from the big man, the ring general. As a big Samoan drop inbound, no. Gunther, no, big elbows, stunning. Jimmy Uso, and look at these slaps here. But Uso with an arm drag reversal. Back and forth we go, and everything, it seems like from Gunther right now, is on point. And now I'm going to go high risk here. Gunther, no, the flying knee. The flying knee, not probably the best idea, especially when you don't wear knee pads, as Jimmy Uso with these devastating punches to the face. Close-handed punches there as well. Certainly Gunther wants to send a message to that whole, not only to the Raw roster, but everyone in general, that he should be at WrestleMania with a championship instead of having to fight in a WrestleMania Money in the Bank match. Now, Jimmy with a roll through. Referee Jessica Carr trying to get over there, but not fast enough. It's not like that was going to beat Gunther anyway. Last time we were at WrestleMania, Gunther was the World Heavyweight Champion at that time, taking on CM Punk, and Punk would defeat Gunther inside that ring at WrestleMania to become the new World Heavyweight Champion. Gunther looking to get back to his winning ways and being the top guy, the guy that's one of the most vicious, vindictive superstars out there. Certainly we may get that out of him if he's able to defeat Jimmy Uso tonight. We've already seen one men's matchup earlier on tonight with Sami Zayn defeating Rusev. And right now that puts Aleister Black, LA Knight, Sami Zayn, and either Jimmy Uso or Gunther to join them. Now Jimmy looking to toss Gunther back inside the ring here. We'll see how this fares. Referee is back at a 7 here. Be a shame if we had a draw. We're at a 9. Back in the ring we go. Ooh, vicious. That was a stiff elbow strike there from Jimmy. Certainly not too happy with what Gunther did to him to begin this matchup. Jimmy Uso coming out here through the commercial break, and Gunther coming through the crowd to send a message to Jimmy Uso and the rest of this Raw roster. And now Gunther with an over-the-head suplex. Man. That is Gunther for you, ladies and gentlemen. And for Gunther, I mean, probably wasn't too happy with his partner in crime, Ludwig Kaiser, wasn't able to qualify for the Money in the Bank as well, losing to Aleister Black, as Gunther and Jimmy Uso go back and forth with reversal after reversal. Go for a cutter. Gunther saw it coming, and look at that lariat, turning him inside out. An absolute stiff clothesline. Now let's see what Gunther wants to do. He wants to make Jimmy Uso tap out. Middle of the ring. Jimmy's going to have to somehow try to get out of it. Can he fight out of it? Well, those elbows certainly will help yourself quite a bit. And now Big Jim looking to get back on the offensive, looking to pick up one of the biggest wins in his whole entire career. And that's saying something with him being one of the greatest tag teams of all time here in WWE with his twin brother Jay. And Jimmy trying to get out of the way of the ring general, or at least trying to momentarily, but Maybe that just put him in a more vicious spot to be decimated by the ring general. And now, oh, jumping forearm strike, little shades of Roman Reigns with that strike. And now Jimmy gonna look to go high risk here. Probably not the best idea, but oh, he overshot it. And he's gonna end up getting hit with a vicious clothesline, turns him inside out. Pinfall, that might be enough to Gunther. No, it's not. 2.5. 2.5. Jimmy's gonna have to continue to fight. So will Gunther. And talking about Gunther, has him up. Release. Oh, no, he's not going to release the powerbomb. Pinfall opportunity. 2. No, 2.5. Very, very close. And this is where it gets very deadly, probably, for Jimmy Uso, if I'm honest with you. In general, still taking on maneuvers here. Look at Jimmy. Jimmy trying anything in his power. Roll up here. Looking to put down Gunther. No, not enough. Not enough yet. And now Jimmy has him in the landing zone. Jimmy Uso. Uso splash to Gunther. Is that enough? Pinfall opportunity. 1, 2. No, 2.5. So close. How much more can both men withstand? We've seen that big power bomb. We've seen that sleeper that Gunther pulled out. We've seen super kicks. We've seen a little bit of everything early on here. Pinfall now. 2. No, 2.5. And this is where Gunther gets frustrated, as you can tell. I mean, he's like, what do I got to do to put away the man, Jimmy Uso? Oh, goodness. Certainly that elbow will slowly but surely help you out there. And now the strikes of the ring general roll through, looking for the cross-face maneuver, but there is a rope break. Jessica Carr calling it right down the middle, as she's very good at. And Jimmy probably doesn't even know where he's at, to be honest with you. As now, oh goodness, man, that's got to be the killer clothesline. Jimmy Uso seeing stars, and that's got to be it. 3, man. Absolute vicious clothesline. Didn't need to connect with another power bomb. Didn't need to do any more of that. That was all she wrote when it comes to that. Man, what a stiff matchup. I mean, we knew what was going to be coming, ladies and gentlemen. Especially with how Gunther played this tonight. Certainly, at any means necessary for Gunther to walk out the winner. Gunther could be the winner of that match. I mean, there's two more matches that we have to do on the go-home show to figure out what exactly is going to go on. But Gunther, ladies and gentlemen, is going to WrestleMania and very well may have the best odds on the Raw side of things to walk out the new Money in the Bank winner. There's a power bomb early on, or middle of that matchup. Wasn't enough. Uso splash. That wasn't enough. Gunther, though, would continue to hit. And then Gunther, right here, I believe, connects with this stiff clothesline. Bam! And the whiplash, and Jimmy was holding his neck there. And that was just a knockout blow as it was. I mean, Gunther is just so damn powerful. Doesn't always need to kill you with power bombs. He's hit a sleeper. He's hit so much here tonight. And very well could be your next Money in the Bank winner. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this main event may very well be one of the most painful main events in history here on the main event here of Monday Night Raw. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. You just got two dudes that are going to be willing to beat the living snot out of each other. Mark Henry's not afraid of Brock. Brock's not afraid of Mark Henry. Two absolute beasts going at it. You got the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. You got the beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar. Both men have different matches, but it's been intertwined because of obviously Roman and Seth, and then Brock coming back. Those three guys wanted to go after that World Heavyweight title. Mark Henry, though, He won it legitly at the Royal Rumble. He won the Royal Rumble match to get himself a guaranteed WrestleMania main event match for the championship. He picked Drew McIntyre. He's going to get it. But now you could say this is another main event of WrestleMania type match. Mark Henry, Brock Lesnar, here tonight. And there he is, Brock Lesnar. It doesn't matter what he wears. He could wear that. He could wear the flannel. It doesn't matter. Brock Lesnar is out here to dominate. And you're going to see it here in just a matter of moments. This is the type of matchup that both men need heading into WrestleMania. Yeah, there may be a winner and there may be a loser, but even if that winner wins the matchup, they're going to be feeling it until all the way through WrestleMania. I can tell you that, depending on how this matchup goes. This matchup could go one way, sideways for either man, or it could be a ground up fight the whole entire match. And with my guess, I feel like this is going to be an absolute battle between these two monsters. Beast versus the world's strongest man. It's a massive, massive main event. What is about to go down here? We're just a matter of moments away from finding out. As here we go, Mark Henry versus the Beast, Brock Lesnar. As here we go, Brock Lesnar, Mark Henry, and Mark Henry blocking the first attempt early on here, and Mark Henry continuing to push off. And look at Mark Henry, bam! Making it look pretty easy early on, especially with, Mark, oh my goodness, he just picked up Brock like that. That is crazy. Can't really say too many times where Brock has been manhandled, especially like that. Mark Henry now has him on the ropes. Going to look to continue to inflict some pain on him. And this is not where you want to be if you're Brock. Oh, big knee. And down goes Brock to the outside. Brock Lesnar being taken to the woodshed here early. And if I'm Mark Henry, I don't go out there. I should allow Brock to come back inside the ring. Oh, goodness, belly to belly there. Or chest to chest right there. As Lesnar and Mark Henry continue to go back and forth here. Henry is too much here early on for Brock's not been able to figure out Mark Henry here early on. Both men going back inside the ring at the same time. And that punch to the chest, it seemed like that didn't affect him. Brock's like, what in the hell's going on? He cannot figure out Mark Henry here. He's got to inflict some more damage if he plans on getting back inside of this matchup whatsoever. As again, Mark Henry just able to be a little bit faster in these exchanges. Brock now, oh goodness, into the pinfall early on. Hook of the leg, one. No, just a one count. And you might say Brock looks a little bit less intimidating with what he's wearing, but he could literally come out here with what he's wearing right now, and this whole arena wouldn't be able to beat Brock Lesnar in a one-on-one. Even if you had a tough guy in the crowd, Brock Lesnar still could kick somebody's ass with what he's wearing right there. And now Mark Henry continuing to work on Brock early on. Brock just cannot wind Mark Henry down enough so far to really get his massive hands on it. Again, Brock's like he doesn't know how to react to it, because doing that to Mark Henry, it's like punching a wall. It's not budging whatsoever. That's why when you're facing off with a big man like Mark Henry, you got to attack the legs, take him out from underneath, and then when he's on his back, you work on him. And if you're Drew McIntyre here, ladies and gentlemen, you got to be watching this as well, taking notes. I don't know if McIntyre's here tonight, but certainly, like I said, you got to take some notes here. Let's look at Mark Henry just with ease. And oh my goodness, he just tossed him into the LED post. I don't know how you don't get a busted nose or something from that, but that was Absolutely brutal. And now Mark Henry I thought he was gonna throw him in the post again there for a second, but he tosses him back inside the ring. Back inside the ring we go. This has been purely one-sided assault here from Mark Henry to Brock Lesnar. And now, oh, nice clothesline there from the Beast. And now that might give the Beast something, maybe a time in this matchup to finally get something going here. And now, the Beast, it's time for Suplex City, live here on Monday Night Raw. He hasn't got much going, but it doesn't take much for the Beast to get something going. The Suplex City, first really offense he's had all matchup. 2.5. Brock really thought that was going to be enough, but now Brock might be able to start getting something going. Brock was trying to set up an F5, I believe. Didn't work out though. Mark Henry a little bit faster. As now Lesnar in a bad predicament is put on that top rope, and Lesnar again gets hit with a top kick. And Mark Henry, despite that little offensive that Brock Lesnar had just a moments ago with those multiple suplexes, it has not been able to get really much going here on Monday Night Raw. That's what happens when you face a man like Brock Lesnar, a super heavyweight that Mark Henry is. It's going to take a superhuman man to do what Henry did and finally get through to Mark Henry there. And now what is Brock thinking? Here comes the suplex. Brain buster of sorts as well. And now Brock slowly dissecting the world's strongest man here. Certainly not what you want to see as a gut-wrench suplex again. Absolutely vicious. And now Brock telling Mark Henry to get up to his feet here. Now Brock, big kick to the midsection. And now Mark Henry throwing him off the ropes into a twirling power slam. Absolutely vicious. And now Mark Henry done playing around here. Here comes Mark Henry looking for the world's strongest slam. Bam! He got all of it. He sure as hell got all of it. Referee in position. Shoulders are down. 2. No, big kick out there. Big kick out. 2.5. But now Brock gets a big reversal in this opportune match. And now Brock going to that whole different area. Can he pick him up? Brock has him up. F5 to Mark Henry. F5. Pinfall. 1, 2. No, 2.5. Mark Henry survives. Both men hitting big shots here. It took Brock a little bit longer, but he finally was able to connect with a big time maneuver. And now, this is the ground and pound that Mark Henry did not want here. Vicious ground and pound by the Beast Incarnate. Couple strikes here and there is not what Mark Henry wants. And Mark's going to do everything in his power to get back to what he was doing early on, where Brock could not get his hands on him. He was blocking it. He's able to kind of push him away, but obviously the longer the matchup goes, Brock's going to get to you no matter what. It's a big stomp right there on the ankle / knee area, and this is where Brock can get even more dangerous here. Time for another suplex. Big release suplex there in the corner. And look at Mark Henry. He's like, I'm getting the hell out of here. I know how dangerous Brock is. I'm not going to continue to allow him to dissect me. And now Mark Henry going to a whole different place. Oh, no. Henry maybe looking to put Brock through a table here. This ain't going to end well. And now Brock. Is Brock thinking about doing it? This ain't going to end well for one of these gentlemen, it seems. Henry now. Oh, no. No. And Brock's like, no. Not going to happen. Not going to happen, big fella. And it's now Brock trying to toss him into the steel steps, but dropping him right on his head certainly will be more effective. And look at Brock. He's trying to decide on what he wants to do here. Oh, this is shades of early Brock. This is shades of early Brock Lesnar. Trying to submit him here at ringside. Obviously, it wouldn't matter if he submitted here, but certainly the damage that we're witnessing certainly will help out Brock. And now Henry again, I think he's trying to do too much. I think he continues to go to the announce table there. And Brock's like, no, I'm getting back inside the ring. Meet me back inside the ring, big man. As now Henry catches Lesnar. Oh, I thought maybe he's going to catch him at a bad opportune time. Lesnar catches Henry now. Lesnar. Time for the F5. No. Mark Henry. Big elbows. Pivotal moment in this matchup. Mark Henry has him up. Mark Henry with the world's strongest slam. Pinfall. 1, 2. No. 2.9. Lesnar kicks out. How did Lesnar just kick out, ladies and gentlemen? That is the second world's strongest slam. Henry misses the elbow strike and now gives Brock Lesnar some more life in this match. And oh no, this is where Brock gets even more vicious. Gets into that conquering stage in this matchup. And Henry doing the right thing, at least rolling out of the way, trying to get out the way. But Lesnar bringing that more vicious side of himself. But again, both men are tearing each other apart here. Lesnar from behind, another suplex. Man, that honestly could be the last one. He just dropped him on his head and neck area. 2, 3 it is. Brock Lesnar defeats Mark Henry here tonight in the main event. You couldn't ask for a better matchup between these two in the main event live here tonight. What an absolute massive matchup. Mark Henry, I mean, there's no reason why he couldn't have won this match tonight. Absolute stud. World's strongest man just coming up a bit short here tonight. Brock Lesnar was, taken to the woodshed early. But Lesnar, he was able to fight back, scratch and claw back, and still defeat Mark Henry here tonight. This was a pivotal moment here. Mark Henry gets out of it, hits him with the world's strongest slam. Bam! Thought that was going to be it. It turns out it wasn't going to be it. You can watch right here. Shoulders are down. 2. Oh, man. 2.5. 2.9. But eventually Lesnar would drop him on his head with another suplex. And the Beast incarnate Brock Lesnar picks up a massive win just essentially a week away from WrestleMania. Wait a minute. Brock from behind. Rollins is here. Seth Rollins wants to make a statement on Brock Lesnar, and he certainly is doing that right now. We're going to get ourselves a triple threat matchup, but now Brock is being taken out by Seth freaking Rollins. Certainly Seth Rollins was not too happy with what happened just a while back as he just tosses him up. And now, wait a minute, Rollins looking to stomp him out here. Bam! Stomp again. Rollins absolute loving what he just did. That's 2 stomps. Absolute massive stomps, ladies and gentlemen. Right there to the Beast incarnate who went through literal hell just moments ago with Mark Henry. And now, oh goodness, a headshot with the baseball bat. Brock Lesnar being beaten with an inch of his life right now, ladies and gentlemen. And you certainly saw it, ladies and gentlemen, before Elimination Chamber, the go-home show just weeks ago here. Lesnar beat the snot out of Rollins and Reigns, and you're seeing Seth Rollins trying to send a message to Brock Lesnar that he thinks he is ready to be in that World Heavyweight Championship picture. Well, he better think again. Rollins, oh no, the announce table was just fixed. And now Rollins looking to decimate Brock Lesnar even more here. Talking that trash face to face before briefly putting him on the table here. Here we go. Seth Rollins. What is he thinking about doing? Sit out powerbomb. Sit out powerbomb there from Seth frickin' Rollins. What a moment here that we're witnessing. But we're not done. Rollins, sit out powerbomb again. Rollins wants to send a message here to Brock Lesnar, and we are getting it with this broken announce table, and Rollins is not done yet. Not done yet. Bam! Stomps him into the broken barricade. The barricade parts of that already broken announce table there, and it seems like Rollins is going to head out, and oh, Brock, look at Brock. He's already stirring up to his feet. Brock is stirring up to his feet, and certainly probably not what he was expecting here, ladies and gentlemen. Brock wants him to come back over, but Rollins seems like he's done more than he should have done. But Brock, that is the craziest thing to expect. Brock still moving around like he is. Now, wait a minute. That's Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns with a spear. Roman Reigns spearing Brock Lesnar there, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely vicious. And another spear. Another spear. Taking it to Brock Lesnar. Lesnar now feeling the ends of that beatdown that he gave out just last month here recently. And now going to look to go to work here on Brock Lesnar again. Right in front of these kids and everyone here tonight. This is not something Brock Lesnar was expecting, to say the least, ladies and gentlemen. Not something, like we mentioned, what he would be expecting here. But now, Brock Lesnar, through the table. Through the table. Roman Reigns making sure that you guys know to acknowledge him here tonight, but Roman is not done. Seth is out of the way, and the big dog, he is looking to hunt. He is looking to take down the beast incarnate. Look at him just attacking the legs of Brock Lesnar. Absolute viciousness coming from Roman Reigns into a Superman punch. Superman punch, and now Roman looking to hit another spear here on Brock Lesnar, and he does. Absolutely brutal, but Roman seems like he's not done yet. How much more can Brock seamlessly take here? And now Roman, he's taking him to this other table. He wants to send a message, and he does. Roman Reigns ending Monday Night Raw with an absolute destruction of Brock Lesnar. As you can see, Brock again was already stirring up to his feet. This monster is certainly an unreal SLB, to say the least here. I don't know how much more this man can withstand. As another Superman punch. Brock Lesnar, he's about to eat his fourth spear here, if I'm doing my math here correctly. As another spear takes down Brock Lesnar, and Roman ends Brock tonight.